Hi, welcome back to my abode. Today I want to talk about free will and my favorite prophecy. What do I mean by that? If you remember last week, Rev Nir Ben Artzi Shlita stated that soon free will be over. What exactly did he mean by that? Is it a good thing? And what are we talking about that this is actually going to happen? Well, it so happens that free will be ending, and when is it going to happen? It's going to happen with a particular prophecy that happens to be a favorite of mine, and it's in this week's Parsha. So I thought I would try to explain that all, and at the same time give you an idea. Does that mean that possibly we are very close to it because it's in this week's Parsha? I don't know. I think we need to start out by actually explaining what free will is. I think that's a very, very misunderstood concept. An easy way to possibly explain free will would be to talk about beings that don't have free will. As an example, animals. Animals don't have free will. If an animal wants to sleep, he just goes ahead and he sleeps. It was a live demonstration. If an animal is hungry and he wants to eat, he just goes ahead and goes after whatever animal he wants to, and he eats. An animal doesn't have a decision-making process where he takes his paw, puts it up against his chin, and says, let me see, which one should I go? I have a choice here of two animals. No, I had that one the other night, and I think I would like a change. Maybe that one tonight. I have a good recipe for that one, too. Sauteed, and anyway. You get the idea. An animal is doing everything by what we call animal instincts. It's just a basic instinct that tells him, I'm hungry, and this is what I want to do in order to satisfy that. An animal, if he has to go potty, the world does his potty. He just goes wherever he wants to and does whatever he wants to. All these things an animal is doing by nothing more than what is comfortable, what is pleasurable, what's the easiest way to take care of a situation, and it's all basic animal instincts, as we call it. A baby has a similar type of situation. As an example, if a baby wants to go to sleep, and that's the same way that an animal goes to sleep. Oh well, I'll have to work on that one. A baby will also, if he's hungry, I thought it was pretty good. I used to be a baby. I once was a baby. I think I was. Anyway. Oh yeah, we have pictures over here. I really was once. Anyway. If a baby is hungry, he is not going to be able to say anything. He's just going to cry. And basically, if you interpreted that cry, it meant, Mommy, please come over here because I see it's time for my lunch. Would you please help me out here? And that's it. But a baby does not have free will decision to be able to say, I want to eat. If a baby has to go potty, it's the same sort of thing. There will be some changes made around here. That's what will happen. And it's all taken care of for the baby. So here we have a situation where we know now that these things are just absolutely just basic instincts, animal instinct. I should mention that you will find many adults, people like me, also do a lot of things on animal instincts. In other words, if we want to make a decision, I say, I have two television shows that I want to watch. Which one should I watch? Is that free will decision? No, not really, because I liked one better than the other. If I see a couple of foods that I might want to have for lunch, there's one that I'm probably is more to my appetite than the other one. So that's also animal instincts. That is not free will decision making. So what's the one difference that a human being has that animals and babies don't have? And that is we have the ability to do what we don't want to do. Oh, that's an interesting one. As an example, Yom Kippur comes up. Yom Kippur is here, and here I've been fasting for 20 hours, and I'm hungry. I really would like to eat. But I can actually make a free will decision that even though I'm hungry, in other words, I'm talking here about basic instincts to satisfy a creature comfort, an animal instinct that I have to eat, I can make the free will decision, no, I don't want to eat. On Shavuos, as an example, we have a custom that says we stay up all night and study Torah. Well, 3 o'clock in the morning, I said, I really had enough coffee and I really want to go to sleep. But I don't. I stay up and I said, no, I'm going to study Torah instead. Why? Because that is the custom and that's what I want to do. That is free will. That is the ability that we human beings have that animals, babies, and anyone else who doesn't have that type of ability, that's it. That gives us the free will. Even if we have somebody come to the door, as an example, collecting for a charity, how do we go and give that charity? Do we do it as a basic instinct that we just go ahead and give? Or do we really have a free will choice here because we think to ourselves, I really would like this money for myself. I'm not too sure if I want to give it out to this guy here that's coming to the door. I do want to buy that new yarmulke that I had in mind. I really love that. It had my name on it and everything. It's beautiful. But we make a free will decision that says, no, I'm going to give up my money for people who do not have as much as I do. That's a very, very big free will decision because I'm actually going against a basic instinct that I have, and that is me, to keep it for myself. So here you can see a very big difference between the idea of a animal instinct and an actual free will decision that I can make. You may notice something here, and it's a very interesting part of it, and that is we are talking not necessarily a physical trait, we are talking a spiritual trait. We have within us something called the animal soul. In Hebrew that's called the nefesh. We also, Jews have something called the neshama, which is a higher level. There's actually 5 levels of souls, but that's not the purpose of this video. We operate mostly on this neshama level. The neshama has the ability to do free will. The neshama has the ability to go against the basic animal instincts that the nefesh would do and actually do things that may not be as comfortable. Be able to do things that one would say is against physical comfort. But it's our free will decision. And why? Because now we're looking at a spiritual level that's higher. We're looking at something that is actually causing us to do something that is from Hashem. That's a good way to describe it. Hashem told us, this is the way I want you to be, this is the way I want you to act. I gave you free will to be able to do that. So it really takes away from the idea of just we're doing things because it's comfortable, it's pleasurable, it's enjoyable, it's what we want to do. No. We have the ability in serving Hashem to do what we don't want to do necessarily. But in the long run, we find our neshama, our soul, is really being much more satisfied. Why? Because we are doing exactly what Hashem wants. We're bringing ourselves closer to Hashem. So now you may ask, if we have a mechanism here that actually causes us to do Hashem's will better, brings us closer to Hashem, why is this going to be removed in the near future? Why is there a possibility here that I even have a prophecy that tells you that we're not going to have free will again in the near future? Tune in tomorrow and find out, because I figured that's all I'm going to really cover today, and I thought I'd keep you in suspenders on that. And if you tune in tomorrow, you will find out, because then I'm going to actually get into not just the one prophecy, but there's another prophecy that's involved too, which is also a favorite of mine, not as much as the first one. But they will tell you exactly why Hashem won't need us to have free will anymore. It'll be all gone, and hopefully we're talking in the very near future. So hopefully you'll have no trouble sleeping tonight. Be worried about what is he going to say about this. I don't know. Anyway, see you tomorrow.